Thank you. That was a little overdoing it, Mo. Thank you very much, and it's always such a privilege to be in this room with all our favorite Okies. Let me tell you a story about how I met Sam Presti. Sam and I first met early in the 2006-2007 NBA season. I was in San Antonio to see the Sonics play the Spurs. The great Spurs general manager, R.C. Buford, who is here tonight, asked Sam to be my escort at the game. From the moment I met him, I found an interesting energy. We didn't interact all that much. He was very formal, very focused on the job, getting me through the building, through the locker room, finally to my seats, attending to my needs until I left. But he made an impression on me. Later on in the season, we began a process to find a new general manager for the Sonics. I am long embarrassed to say that one of my first calls was to R.C. Buford to see if he would be interested in the position. Fairly presumptuous to call the GM of the Spurs who would win the title that year. But as always, R.C. was courteous and professional and said while he was in a very good place in San Antonio, he had someone in mind. He said the candidate was young but exceptional with enormous promise, Sam Presti. I said, "You mean that redheaded kid I met at the game in San Antonio?" R.C. gave me all the history, assessment of his skills, and his potential, and we agreed that R.C. would contact Sam and see if he would be interested in the job. We met in Dallas at the Omni in Las Colinas. He started off the meeting somewhat awkwardly, opening with some oddball observations about OU football. But he found his footing when he told me his middle name was Clay. From that day, we have been on a journey that has been the ride of a lifetime. I'm often asked about our relationship and our partnership. The second most tenured principal and GM in the league, behind Miami, with Mickey Arison and Pat Riley. Our North Star has always been pretty simple. Do the right thing, the right way, for the right reasons, every time. No shortcuts, no workarounds, just the honest hard work. In the demands of the business, through the years, through the games, practices, possessions, and everything in between, Sam has maintained and expressed many foundational qualities: humility, resilience, great judgment, inspiring dedication to the work, and an ironclad commitment to the organization and to the city and to the state. Two specific areas of focus for Sam are fundamental and have been the drivers of our culture and our program. First, consistency and continuity. We don't get too high, we don't get too low, we try to stay even in the middle. First-class people everywhere we look, the very best at their craft, and stark examples of integrity and personal character. Many of these people have been with us from the beginning, and many are long tenured, enormous equity in pro sports. Throughout our organization, there are small symbols that represent an environment which inspires excellence, connection, transparency, and accountability. The balls on the rack are perfectly aligned, the Gatorade bottles are perfectly aligned, the striped towels are perfectly aligned, and it never changes. Second, and I think most important to Sam, are his relationships with the players. He cares deeply about every player, their journey, their craft, their families, their health, their happiness. As I had the great fortune of passing out rings to our players alongside Sam last month, I couldn't help in that moment so grand to think of the commitment he's made through the little things, the attention to the littlest things that to me really demonstrate the respect he has for our players. And as I think of how to thank Sam, it is as follows. May tonight remind us of what is possible when talent meets character and both are given to the greater good. May it remind every young person in our state that where you begin is not where you finish. And may it remind us all, as Oklahomans, that when we commit to one another for the long haul, we can build things that last. Please join me in looking at the video.